They start the drive with Cook. Well, this defense for the Bills, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Bengals at 10-5 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Taken down at the 42. Well, what a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Up the middle, it's Cook. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now it's Burrow. There's a catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now Burrow on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. comes to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. A give. This is Cook. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
McPherson's kick is good. So Greg gets him down inside the 5. Ultimately, it's up for just the field goal.
Decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. This goes out wide for Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 31, Allen. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to Mixon on first down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 36, Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 31, Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Take it to him. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Cook up the gut. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Second and 5 now. Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here we go.
Second and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Allen off the play fake. They maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. It's Mixon on the counter, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This a quick pass to Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? So the shotgun snap to Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Daxton Hill in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 80 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go. Here we go.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. Even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. Now it's Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mixing up the middle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Burrow, that's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
11.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Diggs going in motion right. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Regular.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Joe Mixon. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bills extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's to his running back, complete. Room here to run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
On 1, ready? 11, Thomas.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow setting up the screen for Cook.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
On one, ready?
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He finds his running back, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.